Hey, and welcome back to Parking Lot Chats with Corn.
And Bo.
So, how was the awards?
Fucking terrible.
Was your friend there? Did she tell you about her clown stuff?
No, bitch.
I feel like the internet they're putting on their clown makeup.
All the time.
Right? And you guys just aren't getting your clown stuff together?
Listen, okay.
Okay.
You know.
Please, explain.
What had happened was.
Tell us. Are you getting your wig out?
So, let me put on my red nose. No, because the shit's over. We're not even clowning anymore. So, she changed, this is so in-depth, but
I know, but y'all are wild.
yeah, but she does wild things, right? I don't know. Eventually, it's whenever it does happen, some of it might make sense and some of it was like, whatever, we were dumb. So, she rearranged the things on her website. Okay, we're talking about Taylor. If y'all don't fucking know who my girl is, that's because that's all she said was your girl there.
I feel like the clown stuff makes sense, even if like I don't follow it, but like if you open your internet, you put two and two together.
So she rearranged the website and it spelled out like AMAs, and I don't remember exactly. It was like apparel, merchandise, something sale, like the blocks on her website, and then when you went into sale, things were 26% off.
Oh,
so but. It could have just been like her trying to promote the AMAs, not so much that she was gonna announce something at the AMAs, but we're all so hungry for anything that we think everything has to do with a new release, right?
Right. You guys are just waiting.
Right. So everyone thought for sure that and she has announced things at the AMAs in the past. So, and she's always done really well at the AMAs. She's the highest, she has the most awards for anybody.
So this one is a fan base, not whoever the hell weird committee.
Correct.
Okay.
But this year, she won a single fucking award. For the first time in 18 years. Not a single fucking AMA. Not one.
That's weird.
And she was nominated for 6. You're going to tell me the Eras Tour did not win Tour of the Year?
What did?
Billie Eilish, which, Billie got snubbed at the Grammys too. So
maybe her people just came out super hard
But her tour is brand new. I don't know. She's on tour now. I literally just bought her tickets.
So how do you even know if it's the best if you didn't go yet? I mean, not you, but how that many people?
Right.
How would that many people?
So did more of Billie Eilish? I don't know. It's just it was very odd. But aside from Taylor not winning a thing, the entire show was fucking weird. So J-Lo hosted it, which I honestly knew nothing about what was happening at the AMAs other than Taylor might be there and she might announce Reputation, so I watched it.
What about Tiffany Haddish? Why did I feel like I heard that she was hosting?
She presented, I believe, something.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, J-Lo hosted it, and she starts it off singing one of her own songs.
Okay.
And then she does this whole 5-minute long dance sequence thing to a montage of music. Which, they didn't put Taylor in that at all. Not one of Taylor's songs was in this montage.
Is somebody in this Academy mad at her?
Right. And then it was just very odd. It starts off with, J-Lo, looking in all these mirrors. And I thought, wow, how, self-fulfilling is that? It was just very weird. And then it's, the longest freaking dance sequence ever. And then she was an executive producer.
Oh.
And I was like, well.
That explains that.
That explains the opening number.
Right.
And so then, whatever. So it goes on. There's barely any. I think they announced 5 awards. Literally, I think they gave away 5 awards in the entire hour. Janet Jackson performed. The performances were long as fuck.
I heard that Janet Jackson got Icon. I like that.
She did. And then Rod Stewart got something. And he closed the show with another 5.
How old is he?
80. I don't know. He's very old.
Man, I know who he is,
and he still sounded good. I mean, it was a great performance, but he had a minute long freaking instrument solo. Like, what are we doing? It's a 2-hour award show. It's an award show. We are here to see the awards. But I don't think anybody came. Nobody was there. The only celebrities...
Well, because Taylor's here, right? Or was she there?
I think so. I don't know. She didn't show up. And he's still here. Travis is still down south, Boca, whatever. So
yeah.
I don't know if she's still with him.
I heard they were out to dinner in Palm Beach.
Yeah, they fucking showed up in like City Place in Palm Beach like last week. Wild. That's so close to home. I have a restaurant near me if you'd like to come. I'll serve you. I would die. I probably wouldn't.
I know you wouldn't. You fucking pass out.
But I wouldn't let anyone else take that table. I'd fucking take it.
You wouldn't even be able to talk to her.
I would. I held it together with my my millionaire people. What were those people?
What?
The guys that do the millionaire show.
Oh, yeah.
Lottery, dream home people. I mean, obviously, it's like not comparable in like level of fame,
right.
but
or your
like
interest,
love,
right? That's a completely different thing. Sure, these property brother guys are cool.
I feel like I would keep it together.
Yeah, probably. You just have to like go screen in the back for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be fine.
Yeah. Stumble on my words a little bit. Caesar was there.
Oh, SZA?
Yeah, sorry, Caesar.
I thought you said. Well, I was like, who's Caesar? Caesar salad.
Benson Boone was there.
Oh, I saw him flipping off the stage in his purple outfit. I like his outfits.
Yeah, he did good. His performance was good, short and sweet.
But with SZA, I also saw that she performed, so everybody just performed, like you said. See, this is what happens.
I think the only people that showed up were the people that performed, like celebrity-wise. Although Heidi Montag was there.
I saw her dressing her hair.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm a fan, but she's always been over the top.
Right.
Like, that's her thing, right?
Yeah,
you know? She's not going to come, like, barefaced or, like, minimal makeup. Like, she's going to go all out.
Right. And good for her.
Yeah, and it was cool that she was invited, you know? So she did go. But honestly, that was, like, it. I don't know who else was there. If they didn't perform, they didn't go.
I think I sent a couple messages that I found, but it was literally everybody that you just said.
Yeah. Even people who did win, like Billie Eilish won the tour. She, it was a video message. Gracie Abrams, they did announce, like, the best pop new artist or whatever, and it was a video message. Eminem won best rap artist. And I don't remember who it was. Somebody they, like, cut to when he won in Mecca. They were like, what? And it was a video message from Eminem. I don't know who was there that actually made a speech.
I love Eminem, and I can agree that he's an amazing rapper, but didn't he only have, like, one song this year? Or one album,
Yeah, was that even this year?
Was that even this year?
I don't know.
I feel like everybody that I've seen mentioned is literally the people that you've just said.
Mm-hmm.
So what I want to say about it just being performances is this is what happens when MTV sells their soul to Rob Dyrdek and they just play ridiculousness. People are like craving the fucking actual music video, so they have to have these live performances instead of...
I guess. I mean, what was the one that just the iHeartRadio or whatever, and there was a lot of performances on that, and we thought that was really cool, but it wasn't like...
Because it wasn't just performances.
It wasn't just performances, and they let like the best new artists perform before they actually gave it out an award for it. Where like literally, I don't think like 90% of the awards were even like mentioned, and I think it's because they didn't have speeches from the winners, and they weren't there.
Do people not care about this? I'm just curious, like, why?
So I don't know. I don't know what I feel like. Okay, so
yeah, tell me your conspiracy theories.
Someone sent me this after it was all said and done. She said, executive producers Jennifer Lopez and Benny Medina.
Who's Benny Medina? Why does that sound familiar?
And she said, the girl that said this to me, shout out Lynette. Why did J-Lo and her manager, who also managed P. Diddy, executive produce the show?
So that's why nobody went.
So Benny Medina, it was an executive producer, and he is the guy who, Medina managed Jennifer Lopez along with the head of Sony Music, Tommy Mottola. He launched Lopez's music career in 1999, After which, in 2003, at the height of her popularity, Lopez fired Medina and filed a complaint against him with California's Labor Commission.
Hmm.
And then hired her back. She hired him back at some point, and now they are business partners with, I don't know how to pronounce it, Productions. Nuyorican. So, I was like looking it up because she fired him, then went back. Let me see if I can pull it up. I was looking him up, like what exactly was his connection to P. Diddy. Like he managed him back in the beginning of it all, right? So this was like a Forbes magazine article from 1998. Showing up in my search. I'm like, sometimes shit like this is like scrubbed, you can't find it anymore. And it says Bad Boy Biz, the Huff Behind the Puff is the title. And it's Benny Medina. And it's just, okay, I don't know if this is going to be boring to read it, but it was a very, like, just what we know now, odd article.
Right?
Benny Medina, 40, personal manager for rap mogul Sean Puffy Combs, slumps over his desk for a sip of ice water. The late afternoon sun slants across an office thick with the scent of gardenias from smoldering candles. With a sigh, he slips a straw past a fresh lemon. Okay, this is weird. But then he slips, then he shouts, "Change my flight at 11:30 and call the Ivy. Make a reservation at 7:30. And can we get Miss Lopez back on the line?" When no one answers, Medina throws himself back in a swivel chair and whispers a lament into the phone. "Why can't you ever find an assistant when you need one?" Like, just
a real jerk.
Full jerk. Like, this is an article? Like, this is, like, someone's in front of you, like, writing about you, and this is how you're acting?
Well, also in the 90s, I think that was cool guy. You know what I mean?
So their Breath of Hot Air is the lead advisor to the Puffy empire, now churning more than $100 million a year through its Bad Boy Records, a New York restaurant and a TV and movie production business. Combs' charisma was worth a $40 million advance from Artisa BMG, which partnered with Combs' company Bad Boy to sell more than 12 million albums this year. Pat on the back money, says Medina, who will likely get $6 million from the deal. So if he was like that involved,
he's going to be on the stand soon.
In 98, like with Puffy.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like maybe that, I don't know if that's why a lot of stars didn't show up.
Maybe.
But like, why is it all connected? And why? I wish Taylor would have been like, "Hey y'all, I'm not actually going to be there. So don't give them the views." Because literally,
you guys wouldn't have watched. And
no one
probably half of you guys.
I never would have watched it, honestly, if it was. I would have just waited for like the highlights to come out.
That's what I did. I had every intention to, but then, because it was the holiday, it was like our Sunday night, and I was like, you know what, she'll watch it or I'll see it on the fucking internet.
But then, was she, I don't think she's this, like, vindictive. Well, I don't know, maybe. But, like, or whatever, involved in the drama of all of this. But maybe she was, like, trying to, like, get people to watch to shine a light. I don't know, it's just very weird. Even like Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton were advertised as live performers. People bought tickets. Fans bought tickets to the AMAs. I heard that tickets were like $240 a piece to be at the AMAs where people were supposed to be performing live. And Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani were both pre-recorded Saturday and just played. So they were played on our TV at home as if they were there live. The stage was set and everything. It looked like they were there. But now it's coming out on like TikTok that they weren't actually there. And the people in the stadium or wherever they filmed this, it was just played on a screen. Yeah.
Talk about some bait and switch nonsense.
Yes.
And you like advertised that they would be there live and people bought these fucking tickets?
Yeah, like some people probably bought it just to see Gwen Stefani. Like she's someone that like she's rare to see live now.
Right.
Yeah, and I don't even know they filled this. They filled the freaking thing with people
With
when they recorded the performance.
Right.
But I don't know. Obviously, it wasn't the people who bought tickets to
the show, right?
To the show. I don't know. It was the whole
very
thing
sketchy.
Was very sketch. But whatever, you'll never know why. No one ever comes out and says like, this is why we didn't go.
Right.
I'm too afraid of like the backlash, I guess. I don't fucking know. Or maybe they were all busy. Maybe everyone's just super busy.
Right. Everybody is super busy.
So yeah, the executive producer has ties to P. Diddy from back in the 90s, and Jennifer Lopez has ties to Diddy back in the 90s.
And you see, did she announce her Vegas residency there, or was that today? I saw that.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw it somewhere on Instagram.
Maybe that's why, because that was filmed out in Vegas.
Oh, so maybe that's why she had her... Jennifer Lopez announces new Vegas residency. So yeah, it must have been, because that was one of her outfits from last night. I saw like a thing of her outfits.
Oh, so she must have said it there, I don't know. She just cancel a tour because she didn't sell enough tickets?
I thought so. So how'd she get a residency? Did she pay for that?
Maybe Medina's working his magic still in 2025.
So there's like a list of her outfits, and like that one's weird.
I mean, yeah, that's the same one, but she's got the mask on.
It's so fucking weird.
That's the one she did the whole dance number in, and she made out with like I think it was like 3 dancers she made out with. Or kissed, whatever. I don't think it was like tongue. But.
And this is weird, like, it's not what your hips look like.
That is not, why are we making your hips look like that, though?
Like, I like the color, but right, like, what's with the bumps?
I don't know why we're making your hips look like that.
fucking weird bumps.
So.
Alright, I'm done. I'm done with her outfits. No, I'm just done with her outfits.
Hating on her.
For now.
So, there was one other thing that was like, that happened there, but not really the AMAs, but it did happen there. Okay, so Zach Brown.
Okay, so is that the one that was yelling at that girl that's friends with the Barstool Sports boy?
No, that's Zach Bryan.
Oh.
And when they announced Zach Bryan for like a nomination or whatever, there were no cheers for him.
That's what you get. Yeah. That's funny.
Like, you know how like you can usually hear like the people in the background like yay.
Was it just like crickets?
Yeah, it was like quiet. And then people that were there live like said that legit happened. Like no one cheered for him because when they announced Taylor as a nominee, it went quiet at home, and people that were there are now putting up. Are now putting up video of them there and like recording the nominations, and the entire place was the loudest when they announced Taylor as a nominee, but home and on TVs there was yays, completely silent for Taylor. Like they fucking muted it.
Propaganda, anti-Taylor propaganda.
Something was like,
that's so weird. Why would you do that?
I don't know. Why? What's going on? Like why is she
being blackballed when she's literally the best?
Right.
And I'm not even one of you, like, you crazy clown people. But, like, her music is good. You can't deny that tour was the best tour ever. It was, like, the most lucrative tour of the world history ever. She gave all of her, like, truck drivers $1 million or something.
She donated to the food bank.
Food bank in every fucking city. And, like, $1 million.
Yes.
Like, she gives back as much as she makes. I mean, maybe not as much because that's impossible, but you know what I mean, like to keep your lifestyle up. But like she gives back more than anyone else. She makes this amazing music, this amazing tour, this amazing cinematographic fucking world for you, and like you're lying on her.
And anybody who has ever met her in person has nothing but nice things to say about her. You know, like there is no one that knows her in person that has ever come out and said she is a complete see you next Tuesday.
I've never heard anyone say that.
No.
Ever.
No.
Everyone says she's nice.
Right.
And, like, I feel like you would know by now, because also this person has been in the public eye for 30 years, 20 years.
Like, she's good, but she can't be that good. If she was not a good human, then we would fucking know about it.
We would know. Yeah, this seems like some anti-Taylor propaganda.
Yeah, it was very weird.
All right, sorry, back to the other Zach guy.
So Zach Brown is, I like my chicken fried. Cold beer on a Friday night. pair of jeans, fit,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
right.
yeah. I'm
Okay.
just wrapping my mind around the other one
I
has the
know.
girlfriend named
They're
Chicken
very, it's
Flavor.
very, and
Right,
then
yeah.
that, it gets very
Right.
confusing.
Yeah. It's very convoluted, this whole Zach chicken thing.
Yes. So, but Zach Brown, not too long ago, he had a girlfriend come out and, like, a wife, and come out and say that he's, like, completely narcissistic, bad human, and she's fighting with him. Like,
So same
right.
vibe.
Same vibe.
Same name, same vibe.
Yes. So, he is apparently now dating Kendra Scott. They made their red carpet debut at the 2025 AMAs.
And who is she?
Kendra Scott is a jewelry mogul. Her like jewelry line
I
just
knew that
went.
name sound familiar.
Yeah, her jewelry line recently went super mainstream popular, but it is shit. It is shit costume jewelry that will turn your fucking neck green, and she charges over $100 for a necklace.
You could go to the piercing pagoda for all that.
I swear to God, it's fucking terrible. Her earrings will turn your ears green, and they're like $70, if not more.
What's that guy's name? The middle of the mall guy, right? You could get someone in the middle of the mall for better
The
than
piercing
that.
pagoda.
Riff Raff. No, but there's the guy, Riff Raff, and he's like, this ain't no middle of the mall. This ain't no middle of the mall jewelry. He has like a video, and he's like, this ain't no middle of the mall jewelry. You could do better in the middle of the mall.
No, it is absolutely terrible. Like, and then they don't obviously they don't warranty it.
No, of course not.
And they say, and I went and asked him, I'm like, this is the quality that, like, this company puts out. And they were like, well, it's pretty much, she said it's costume jewelry. And I'm like, well, then it should have costume jewelry prices.
Right, if I can't buy it at Claire's.
Like, I'm not kidding. The bracelets all tarnished. They all changed. Kaylee's neck is green from the fucking necklace. Her earrings have all turned green, like, in between all the gemstones. These are fucking from Walmart. I wear them every single day. I paid $5 for them, maybe even $3.50, and they're not tarnished.
So Walmart is like
what the fuck?
A really good place for jewelry. I like ripped my ears multiple times, so I have to wear like real gold or like it'll fuck me up. And I used to get the piercing pagoda, and then I found out you can get like 10-karat gold fucking hoops at Walmart for like $50. Like that's not a bad deal. And then one time when my dad was newly dating his girlfriend, whatever she is, they're not listening, so it's fine. He was like, I have to go to the mall and get her earrings for her birthday, and I was like, you don't have to go to the mall though. We can go to Walmart. And he was like, you can. I was like, no, you can't. She'll never know. She'll never know.
They're probably still great.
They are. They're better. It's the same thing at the piercing pagoda, but cheaper.
Yeah.
Especially if you go to the Walmart jewelry counter. It's fine. Better than your Kendra.
Oh my God, it's terrible.
Scott shit.
So I'm like,
is that what you said?
Kendra Scott. Yeah. So I don't know. At first I'm like, maybe we should, like, people, I really wish, like, girls, I mean, we're all guilty of it, right? Like, we just don't, like, we always think not me, right?
Right.
Like, they'll never do that to me. That will never happen to me. They're not like that to me. And so, his wife was, like, extremely vocal, or ex-wife, whatever, about, like, all the things he was doing to her. So, like, do you have, like, the not me mentality? But then, like, your jewelry's absolute shit. So,
Whoa.
I don't really, maybe you guys are meant for each other.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking,
you're
literally
like
she's
duping
just as shitty a
all
person.
of America. Like, you're duping everybody.
It kind of sounds like she's a shitty person.
Yeah, I don't know. My sister gave me her book to read, and she said it was really good. And I was like, I actually don't want to read it because I'm not sure that I like her, because her jewelry is absolute crap and she knows it.
And like, if you're selling shit jewelry for $70 and not letting people exchange a refund because you know it's going to tarnish it, did you write a book or did you pay somebody else to do it? You know what I mean? Is this full of lies from a fucking underpaid ghostwriter?
Right.
That's not worth your time.
Yeah,
I wouldn't read that.
That jewelry makes me so mad.
I like to read, and I wouldn't read that.
And it's cute jewelry. Like, I have a little I did buy a bracelet, duped into it, and that's why I know they suck. And then, like, Kaylee really wanted the necklace and the earrings. They didn't even last a year. Like, I swear.
I have costume jewelry that's definitely lasted longer than that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it makes me so mad. But yeah, so those two are dating. Maybe, like,
maybe they're meant for each other because they sound like
I
they're
wish you well.
Look,
not. She doesn't even wear her own shit because she doesn't want a green neck.
That's pretty funny.
And then one more thing.
Oh, I just thought you were out of notes. That's the only reason I was looking at my phone.
Demi Lovato got married.
I saw that, but I don't know who that person is.
I don't know who that person is either, but I'm happy for her.
Right. Same. I saw that, and I almost saved it, and then I was like, you know what? I don't even know who these people are.
Vogue, congratulations on Demi Lovato. Vogue spoke with her. Is that a Vogue dress, I guess, if Vogue spoke with her?
I don't know.
I don't know. She looks pretty, though.
I like it, though. Right.
Congratulations, Demi.
Cute.
I haven't watched the Mormon Wives yet. I haven't gotten past episode 3. I said Demi, and it reminded me of that.
Yeah, Demi. I meant to. I thought about it, and then I thought, I don't know. It was interesting at first, but like, do I want to give them another 8 hours of my life for them to just lie and drink sodas? You know what I mean? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm going to finish it, but I was trying to, me and my friend have been trying to watch it together, but it's really hard for us to get together to watch it. So I'm about to be like, girl, I just got to go.
Yeah.
I just got to binge it. And I don't want to like put it off any longer. I want to know what these bitches are up to.
Yeah, let me know. I want to watch it and talk about it with you too, but I don't know if I really want to give them, it's so much time, and like, I don't have that much laundry to do. You know what I mean? So like, I watch stupid stuff when I'm doing my laundry. Oh, I finished the 4 seasons.
Oh.
If we want to.
I don't know. That's a pretty. I don't know. It's been out for a little while, and sometimes I feel like when things are out long enough, but like I also feel like it wasn't that popular, so like I don't want to be like, hey, you should watch it, and then totally ruin it.
Right. Okay, so watch it, and then maybe we'll talk about it another time. Because I already had the conversation with my cousin, so I'm good. We don't have to talk about it.
I don't know. What do we say? Like, hey, we're gonna talk about this. So if you plan on watching it, skip ahead.
Yeah, mute us for 5 minutes.
Because holy shit!
Wow.
It's season 1.
Wow. Well, you need a season 2.
Well, why are we doing this already?
Because how else were you going to get a season 2? I thought, when I first started it and I read the concept, I thought, okay, well, this is going to be a cute little 8-episode, 1 season. I mean, if the concept is these 3 couples and then one breaks up and then they go on their trips, we're going to see their spring, summer, fall, winter, and then that's going to be the end of it, right? No.
Oh, shit. Sorry. So episode, 4, they kill somebody. They kill him off early as fuck. No? It's at the end?
Yeah, it was at the end.
Was it at the end?
It was at the winter trip. He died in the second to last episode, and the last episode was his funeral.
I just felt like it was like...
They went through the whole show. Because it was 28 minutes, so it felt like every episode was half an hour. That's how I watched it while doing my laundry.
Right.
Because that is when I watch TV. So
I just feel like maybe that, I guess it was the end, because I do remember
it definitely was, because I just finished it.
But, I got to the end, I got that bar, whatever, and I'm like, we're only in season 1, why are we already losing a main character?
And so my cousin said that she tried to watch the movie, and she couldn't get through it, and she was like, if I would have watched the movie first, but because the new one's so interesting and the movie's so old, she couldn't catch her attention, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she said there wasn't a gay couple in the movie, so I think that kind of killed it for her, too.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. So now there will have to be another season, though.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like we're doing a pretty good job of not spoiling things. We only said a main character.
Yeah,
maybe you could have listened.
Yeah, we didn't say who, but I don't know. The fact that they even killed someone off was shocking to me. So
did you watch the movie?
No.
I'm just curious if someone died in the movie. My cousin didn't get to the end, so she didn't know either. So that was my question. That's my question. If you've watched the movie, let us know, because I'm curious. Is the show true to the movie in that sense? Did a character die in the movie as well, or is Tina Fey really just writing her own shit? Because you know what? Either way, that's fine. I have no problem.
That bitch is
I have no problem with Tina. Right. That's why we have the second season too. Yeah, that's why. But I never expected the whole time until the very end of the last episode. I really thought that this was it. I thought it was a 1 episode. You know what I mean? There's some stuff that's like that Firefly Lane. It had a couple of good seasons, but it was kind of true to the book story, and when it ended, it ended. You know what I mean? So I really thought that with this being a 4-season situation, 2 episodes per season, I thought, this is going to be a quick little Netflix one and done. But then at the very end of the last episode,
4 seasons of the next year.
Right. We find out that, and then as soon as I sat at my TV like this for a second. And then I Googled season 2, and it immediately popped up. No, I don't even think I finished writing 4 seasons. It's greenlit. It's happening. It's happening. I wrote 4 seasons, and it said season 2 approved. I don't think I finished writing 4 seasons until Google was like, no, you're fine. Calm down. We know how you get. My phone knows. Yeah, so that was good.
Yeah, it was a really good show.
So then after watching that, I can't go back to Mormon Wives. You know what I mean? I was like, this is what I just watched, and I got to go back to watching these weirdos put pea sticks in food. You know what I mean? It just didn't seem worth my time after that.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I have anything else that I'm currently watching, so I guess when my laundry... we have a show that we're watching, basically Ferris and I, but Eric will catch it when he comes in. It's the Our Planet documentary on Netflix, and it's actually really fucking interesting. Morgan Freeman narrates, and it goes from, the beginning of the planet Earth, and, multiple, mass extinctions in the ocean before we even had, life on fucking Earth. It's really interesting.
That's very odd. How do we know about that?
science, geodating, right? From the fucking
Yeah.
rocks and whatnot,
Yeah.
right? Super interesting shit. But so that's what I watched the other day when I was doing laundry because he was there. So I was like, we're watching another episode. And then other than that, I'm not watching. I don't have anything.
Yeah.
Oh, except for obviously Andor. But
Yeah.
if you're not
I'm
Star
not
Wars, you don't
one.
even know
I
what
mean,
that means.
the only thing I'm trying to get through right now is the Mormon Wives, and even that. I did a lot of watching while I was down for that week, and then I just really not big TV watch to begin with. I did finish You.
I didn't watch any of it yet, but now that it's all finished, I might want to
Yeah.
go back and binge. I don't know. We'll see. Again, what is that? 50 hours of my life?
That's a long. It's because what
You
is it?
know,
5 seasons,
Do I have
right?
time for that?
I'm not sure. 4 seasons. What was this last one?
I don't know. I
I
never
don't
watched
remember.
any of it.
Yeah.
You know, but I feel like, you know, like you got like the busy mom life, and then like we have stuff going on, and then like I also am like highly involved in like this high fantasy series. It's like 1,000 page of books, 17 fucking books. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's like when I have downtime, like I'm invested in that.
Yeah.
There's a show for that too, but that's throwing me off and pissing me off. And then, you know, we spend the whole episode me just talking shit, and then I'm like, it's the Wheel of Time. Eric read the books when he was a kid. We watched the first season, and then he started buying me the books. So now, and when we watched the first season, he was very much like, so I'm somebody that I hate it when anything deviates from my book at all. If a show
Right.
isn't this exactly the same as the book, I'm gonna have a big problem with it. And the whole first season, he was talking shit like, well, that's not what happened, that's not what happened. And then he bought me the books. And then this season, I was like, did you buy these books so that I could be the crazy angry one in the corner getting mad, and that you don't have to, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
you try to, like, you were mad that the show ruined your books, so you know that I'm gonna get more mad, so now you don't feel crazy because I'm in the corner yelling at the TV. I think that's what happened. He just kind of laughed when I said that, but I'm pretty sure that's what he did.
Yeah, he wanted you to be mad too.
Right. Or
Yeah.
be more mad, so
Or-
he didn't feel so
yeah.
crazy, because
Yeah.
I'm definitely more upset about it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I can watch that show anymore either, but the books are good.
Are they?
Yeah, they are. I don't know. But I don't have a lot of time now because of that, you know? And then,
Right.
like, that show was really good. I don't mind getting hooked into, like, a good show, and I like that quick,
When
too.
they're fast, yeah.
You know? The Mormon Wives, maybe, because you can only half pay attention. But
Yeah.
after finishing the 4 seasons, I couldn't.
I think Ginny and Georgia, a new season, I saw that's coming out. That was a good show too.
I never watched it, but I did hear good things.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Okay, I'll watch that, but yeah.
All right.
Moving on. I don't know.
we
I
derailed.
don't think I have any other celebrity shit. I can't think of anything else that happened.
I can tell you about Diddy before
Yeah.
we get into. Okay, so Kid Cudi and Cassie had a relationship while Diddy was on and off again, right? So we knew
Right.
that he blew up his car, right? Like that happened a while ago,
Right.
and he was like, "Yeah, he blew up his car," and apparently he also broke into his house and unwrapped all his Christmas presents at one point.
Did he broke in and or had someone break into it?
Yeah.
Probably wasn't him himself, right? What the fuck?
What a weirdo!
So random.
And then his assistant said all this crazy. So one of his assistants has now been on trial this week or whatever, the last couple of days, and she was saying that like she when he was having the relationship with Kid Cudi, he had her break in. Maybe she was the one that unwrapped the Christmas presents. And then he called Cassie at one point when Cassie was at Kid Cudi's house and said that if she didn't come back to him, he was going to kill the assistant.
Oh my god.
This assistant was a woman, and so I guess her and Cassie kind of become friends. At one point, so Cassie comes back, he's kicking her, just not even hands, just kicking her. She's on the floor, just kicking her. And the assistant's like screaming and yelling, and he's like, I'm going to kill you too. And she's like asking the bodyguards to do something, and they won't do anything. So she ended up calling Cassie's mom. And she was like, look, he is beating the shit out of your kid, and there's nothing I can do, or he's going to kill me too. Like, you have to do something. I'm not sure what came of that yet, because I don't know, Cassie's mom hasn't been there yet. But, like, this shit is crazy. Like, we knew he was deranged. We knew he was crazy, but it's like the more that it comes out, it's like, and everyone around him was just afraid that, like, he was going to kill them if they fucking,
right.
Like, it's insane. And, like,
so I feel like if someone is afraid of you that you'll kill them, it's because you have killed. Right?
Right. And he showed up at her apartment, the assistants, and he was like, get dressed, we're going to kill them. And she was like, what do you mean? And that was the first time she had seen him with, like, a weapon, and he was like, get dressed or I'm killing you too. And he wanted her to go fucking stalk Kid Cudi with him. And then Kid Cudi's on the witness stand like, yeah, he blew up my car. Yeah, he broke into my house. Yeah, he did this. You know what I mean? And then some other rapper who I don't remember because it's some new rapper that I'm not familiar with is on whatever, Twitter, whatever the hell it's called, talking about, oh, Kid Cudi's a snitch. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? I think there's a point when we can, like, say, like, it's okay to go on the stand and, like, say these things. What do you mean he's a snitch?
Fuck off.
This man blew up his car, tried to kill him a couple times from what we're hearing.
He's, when the feds say you have to testify.
You have to testify.
You have to fucking testify.
You have to testify. You have to, come on. And then, like, no disrespect or disservice to Cassie, but, you know, the internet's playing like, oh, you know, because of her lawsuit, it brought this down, da-da-da-da. I think he's too powerful that it had to be that BlackRock shit that you were saying, where he had, like, remember when you talked about this before, where he, like, double-crossed them on, like, some vodka shit, went above their heads, because there's no, I don't want to say this, because I don't want to disparage women. Obviously, we love women and uplift them, but let's be real, society's not built around us. A woman couldn't have done this. Right. They wouldn't have listened to a woman to let it get this fucking far.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. But, like, the internet's like, oh, Cassie brought this all on.
No.
I don't think she did.
No.
I mean, I'm happy for her. I'm happy she got away. I'm happy that she did her lawsuit. I'm happy that she's having her fucking day and telling her story and living her truth. But I don't think that's how we got here. I don't think that the world would just listen to her like that.
I don't think he was the top. Someone is above him and they're showing.
And he's pissed them off. Right. And he's being used as an example by the fucking powers that be of whatever fucking Lucifer goddamn deal he signed that got him, you know what I mean? He sold his soul, and it's come time to pay.
Right. Yeah, because we talked about that before. Like, he went from, like, an intern.
I don't know what that noise is.
Everything is, like, creaking. Like, I thought maybe it was raining, but I kept hearing, like, a creak, right?
I heard it over there. Now I
Me
just heard it over
too,
here.
yeah.
Is it a speaker thing? We should
I
have,
don't
like,
know.
feedback from this. Anyway.
That he was, like, an intern, and then all of a sudden was just handed Bad Boy Records. Like, you're not just like handed an entire
he did something.
Backed record.
I want to get this
label.
picture. I'm listening to it. I just want to pull this picture up.
So I mean, his start was fishy to begin with,
right?
And then people die of pneumonia all around him.
Literally.
I read something. Yeah. I read something about, like, how a certain poison can actually show up as, like, will cause pneumonia. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, yes, how's that? Okay, right. So Diddy threatened to kill Kid Cudi while holding a gun. Former assistant testifies he was livid. Let me just make sure I got all that. Diddy's assistant cries on stand, recalling when Mogul allegedly brutalized Cassie and no one stopped him. Right, she begged them to stop. Nobody would help her. This was just a super fun joke from the internet. And it says, they're just making fun of Diddy, which is fun. And I think the rest of my news is not important.
I don't know. Maybe, I can't, I don't remember. It was like something in particular, but I just looked up, like, poison that shows as pneumonia. Please. Google feds, if you ever have to go into my Google. This was for my podcast research. This was not me trying to.
We're not really trying to poison people.
Poison someone. There's, like, chemical
fucking
pneumonitis, which is inhalation of a toxic substance like chlorine gas, ammonia, smoke, or certain fumes and particles, which causes lung inflammation and symptoms like cough, shortness of breath, and fever. How it mimics pneumonia. So there's aspiration pneumonitis, hydrocarbon pneumonia. But I read something that it was like a drug that could, like, cause pneumonia. I don't know. Or they're just paying off the fucking ME.
Didn't that happen in LA? Wasn't that, like, one of his... It was somebody that passed away, and, like, they found out that, like, the ME's report was, like, all fucking fucked up.
Yeah.
And, like, multiple things were, like, wrong.
Right.
Yeah, that's probably it.
They're probably just paying off.
And then
they got him on the payroll.
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't know how real this is, because I saw it on some random internet fucking Instagram account that I don't follow when I was searching them. But it was a text between Kim and Kanye talking about how Kim said, I asked you at the time if I can trademark her name. You said yes. When she's 18, it goes to her, so stop. I sent paperwork over so she wouldn't be in the Diddy song to protect her. One person has to trademark. We agreed when they were born I would get all of our kids' names and trademarks so no one else could take them. And then he said, amend it or I'm going to war. Neither of us will recover from the public fallout. You're going to have to kill me. So, I don't know. That sounds like... I feel like that sounds like typical Kanye speak.
I mean, those Kardashians are so interwebbed with the whole Diddy stuff. So, I mean, they were back. Remember, like, when the Kardashian... Like, one of the early seasons of the Kardashians, and Khloe went to a Diddy party and came back, and Courtney was asking her all about it, and like Courtney was saying how she doesn't remember much of it.
Khloe.
And it was like, oh yeah, Khloe was saying how she didn't remember much of it, and it was like this big laughing joke. They all just kind of laughed it off. I mean, and then Chris is with Corey Gamble, who was there at Kim Porter's house the day that Kim Porter's body was found, and he was Diddy's bodyguard.
Yeah, he is something for sure.
I mean, the whole thing. There's like so many like moments and
overdid it.
Parties where they were together. It just seems they're all intertwined in that. And then I find it very interesting that, like, this, like, last few weeks that, like, the Diddy trial has been going on. The two Jenners, what's the one? Fuck, my brain.
Kendall and Kylie.
Kendall and Kylie. See, thanks. Kendall's been posting, like, a million pictures of her ass.
Oh.
Like, which isn't that abnormal, but the amount.
Does she have a big ass, too?
I mean, she just has, like, a model body. You know what I mean? Like, no, she doesn't have, like, a big ass.
I thought she had, like, a flat ass.
Yeah, she just has, like, that thin model body, and she's in her thong bathing suits and naked, and it's just ass picture after ass picture. And then Kylie's been sharing, like, her kids a lot, which I don't feel like she really ever really uses her kids, you know? She doesn't really...
think they're, like, distracted?
That's the vibe I'm getting, yeah. That they're, like, trying to give, like, a different distract it, like turn the eye somewhere else,
right?
Like, look at my kid, look at my body, instead of remember my family hung out with Diddy,
right? Well, and then Caitlyn recently did some interview, and she was like, OJ told me that he killed Nicole. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Yeah. Right? Is she doing the same thing? Trying to help out, even though, I don't know, they're not friends. I don't know. She's a fucking weirdo.
And then Kim was in Paris for the trial for those grandpa robbers that, like, stole a fuck ton of money or
I heard they were found guilty or something.
Yeah,
right?
And they were found guilty, and that happened, which I don't think, she obviously can't control, like, Paris courts. But,
right. But
but it was, like, the same week that Diddy, so, like, the headlines were that instead. You know what I mean? It was just all... everything is fucking calculated.
It's Chris doing her mom magic.
Fucking calculated.
Momager magic.
Yeah, it's like nothing any of these celebrities do. I mean, I can't say nothing, because some of them will, like, spit fire and
right.
do things uncalculated. But
these guys know.
These guys
know. No. Everything they do is calculated.
Yeah.
Everything they do is calculated.
Oh, yeah.
Duck Dynasty. R.I.P. Phil Robertson.
Uncle Phil.
Yeah.
I liked it. I mean, we watched Duck Dynasty when it was on. Yeah, they were funny.
My favorite was when the girls were little and Grandma Kay, and they were, like, loving Justin Bieber, and she said, "Who is this Justice the Beaver?"
Yeah.
That shit was hilarious. I don't know. That one's not kind of... Hugh Jackman's wife finally filed for divorce after 2 years.
Oh, I didn't know. Maybe we did know. Remember, we did talk about that.
Yeah, he like cheated with like his Broadway star, who was like this other Broadway person,
and he was like third wheeling a lot with Lively, and
I can't see anything about that, so that makes me think that she must be doing well in court because no one's talking about it, and they only talk about it when she's losing.
Right.
I think that's all I have besides like some Disney stuff, and then like just like this local thing, but I didn't actually read it. There's a Florida fisherman who was like shooting and poisoning dolphins in front of elementary kids. The fuck is wrong with you?
What the fuck?
The fuck is wrong with you? So he was fined and went to jail.
Like, why are we even killing dolphins? Like, they literally do nothing, and you can't eat. They're not food. Like, and they're not mean. They're not like they're
literally just out here fucking frolicking.
Right.
What's your beef with the dolphins?
Escaping from fucking SeaWorld. I'm gonna call my friend now because this is so funny to me. We were we were in the Keys, and these dolphins were like jumping, and she wasn't with us, so we must have like shown her the video when we got back, and she was like, "Oh my god, did they escape from SeaWorld?" We were like, "What?
What do you mean?"
She's like, "Well, they just like jump out of the water like that," and we're like, "Yeah, I mean, SeaWorld teaches them to do it on demand, but it is something that, like, they naturally do. So now anytime there's, like, a video of, like, a dolphin jumping out of the water, and I'm like, oh, my God, another escapee.
It's in our parking lot chat's Instagram post. You can send it right.
I'm gonna
It's
send her
there. It's
that and
there.
say that he's
It's in
killing
mine.
the escape. That's probably why he's killing them. They must be ones that escaped.
It must be.
Yes.
It must be.
Yes, he is
That's really
protecting
funny.
he is protecting the dolphin community by getting the escapees.
Well, good for him, I guess. Can't believe they jailed him over that. All right, I think that's all I have except for Disney stuff. Just a couple of things about Cool Kids Summer. So Cool Kids Summer is, I guess, in effect. There's going to be these. So if you have early entry, so if you're staying at a Disney resort, you can go into any park half an hour early. There's going to be exclusive roaming characters during early entry for Cool Kids Summer. So Magic Kingdom and Fantasyland, Tiana and Prince Naveen, Elena of Avalar. I don't know. It's like a Disney. It was like a Disney Junior show that's before my kids. So like I've heard of it, but I don't know them.
Yeah.
Chip and Dale, cool. Rapunzel and Flynn, cool. Mickey Mouse, Pluto, Mr. Smee. I'd like to meet him. Epcot World Celebration. It'll be Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Bruno, and Mirabelle. Because Bruno and Mirabelle have their little. They have like a Encanto stage show at the new Communicore, so that makes sense. And then the breezeway entrance to Toy Story Land at Disney Studios is going to have Goofy, Max, Chip and Dale. And then Animal Kingdom Discovery Island is just going to have Mickey and Minnie in the safari outfits. But, like, in their defense, they don't really have a lot of characters over there, except Kevin, and she just walks around all day as it is. So maybe you can't get someone in that suit that early. And then I had some other Disney stuff. So this is... Oh, so... The Little Mermaid show and the Villain show, I believe, open today or tomorrow. People have been doing like cast member previews of the Villain show, and I've heard that it's amazing. They're saying they love it. I heard the Little Mermaid show line got up to like 75 minutes today, so it's like, how many fucking shows is that?
Yeah.
But then, so this is what I thought was interesting. So this is something that is going to be completely insane to the average person. If you are a Jim Henson Muppets fan, this could be really interesting. So Muppet Vision, as we know, is done. Right. It's about to be. So in the show, you know, Sam Eagle is like, I have a glorious, 3-hour finale planned. It's a tribute to all countries, but mostly America. So they're doing a glorious 3-day finale. Oh, shit. It's going to be, it's pricey, but like, it's really cool. It's June 5th through 7th. It's going to celebrate the iconic Muppet Vision 3D. And so also the thing about Muppet Vision 3D is it's the last thing that he himself worked on. Oh. So anything that's happened Muppets after that, it's been, I believe, like, he has a child that's been involved. Like, he has apprentices. Like, there are people that, like, closely worked with him that are involved in this stuff. But Jim Henson himself, the last project he did was Muppet Vision. Oh, shit. So this is a big deal for, like, Muppet people. Right. So Friday, June 6th is going to be panels and presentations plus meet and greet, signing event, special guests. Probably people that worked on it. Right. And there's going to be Imagineers there. June 7th is going to be a gathering at Disney's Hollywood Studios to enjoy, for all of them to watch it one last time. No. And then, I don't know, what's the third day? Oh, so Thursday, June 5th is a special edition of Walt Disney World News Tonight. I'm not sure. Yeah. So it's $200, all access, includes admission to Thursday, Friday afternoon, Friday evening, autograph signing sesh, and a special lithograph, and additional event gifts. $100 for the meet and greet only, includes admission to Friday evening meet and greet autograph signing session only, but you still get the special lithograph, but you don't get admission to panels and presentations on Friday morning afternoon. Panels and presentations only $75. You can stream it for $10. That's not bad. I might be interested in that because I do think that I think that Jim Henson's very interesting, like his whole fucking vibe.
So where is that? Or do you have to have tickets to the park too?
I think that you would need it for the Saturday part. Right. Because it looks like the Friday part is put on. Oh, no. Yeah. So you don't go to the studios until 7th. How do you get in? Event registration is not required to Junas. Park admission and a park reservation is required and not included in the event registration. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'm sure you're going to get a lot of pass holders too. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you don't have to pay for parking if you just go. Oh, so it's going to be at the Embassy Suites Lake Buena Vista Resort, and you don't have to pay to park
for the other things.
But
then the Saturday part
is going to be at the park, right.
And the $200 is for the
all
weekend.
Of it,
all
looks
like. Three things, right?
So I think this is actually put on. Oh yeah, so this is put on the Walt Disney World News Today blog or whatever the hell they are. So this isn't by Disney; it's put on by them. But I was looking at like their page for news on the parks, and like I thought that was pretty interesting. Like, Because it is. It's
That's
such
a cool little ode to like the end, and not just instead of it just going away like sometimes rides do. You know, they're giving it like a special farewell.
Right. That's nice. I think so too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen some things about Epic's opening that weren't too great. I've seen some things that were. I'm still not really sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. And like also I get a lot of my information from these Disney snobs. And like I get it, but like the vibe, like even Eric couldn't stop commenting because before we had passes to like SeaWorld and Legoland on like the cleanliness and the fact that like there's always someone there if you need them. You know
At
what
Disney?
I mean? Yeah. So I'm hearing people like that are hopping back and forth. They're like, look, Epic's cool, but like it's still not up to the Disney standards that you're used to if you're a Disney pass holder. And then I heard that like the Ministry of Magic line was like 5 hours on opening day, but like I don't feel like that's that crazy because that's how Rise of Resistance was for the first fucking 6 months.
Right. See, but I heard that the lines were short. I don't know about Ministry of Magic though, and that's not even. It's actually called Battle of the Ministry.
Yeah.
But Ministry of Magic is the land, so everyone, and it's the only ride in that land.
Yeah. So that's why I keep calling it that.
So people just keep calling it that. But I don't know about the lines on that, but people were saying that they had bought fast passes for those, like that first day or that, the first few days that they went, and then they got refunds for their fast passes because they didn't even use them.
Oh.
And they would refund if you go there, like you're halfway through the day and and they can tell that you like haven't even scanned them in,
right.
Then they were refunding.
That's nice.
Their fast passes.
That's really nice.
So I don't know. I don't. But I did see where like that one line was like that one,
and maybe it's just that one,
right?
And then I don't know. So like Ferris was asking about it. So like we ended up watching like a couple of like YouTube videos of like the rides last night. Like the three of us were watching them together, and like I don't know. Also, if like some of these vloggers are just negative. This man went on the Bowser ride. And then proceeded to talk trash the entire time. I don't think he said one good thing. He had all negative reviews, and then he was like 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
Your math isn't mathing, man. I think he said like one part was kind of cool, but then like he literally went on like a list of like things that he hated. So it's like, are you just a negative? I don't, you know what I mean?
I don't know.
And that's because I went on YouTube. I was trying to watch on TikTok where everybody was being nice.
Right.
And then my kid wanted to see, and then Eric was like, why don't we just put it on the big TV? And I was like, fine, go on YouTube and look. And then now
No, I still want to go. We'll maybe try to go over the summer.
Definitely let me know. We're talking about, like, we want to go, but maybe, like, give them a year to get their shit together. Just because we have, you know what I mean? Little kids don't get it as much as, like, I feel like teenagers are easy to be like, look, this is down, let's run and do this instead. You know what I mean? So we want to go, but maybe not just yet.
Right. Yeah. I did see also Disney. I think I sent it to you. It was like something that had been changed in to a dance studio, like a dance party.
The Disney Junior dance party?
Yeah, but it was changed to something else, and now there's like Mickey in there dancing with you. And these people that were like,
maybe I think you sent me a TikTok.
The TikTok I saw was like these guys, and they went in there, and there was like literally no one in there. Mickey's in there dancing with like the 2 kids that are in there, and he's like, "This is a great way, get animated."
Oh no, because you know what? When we were there, we didn't even go over to that side of the park.
And he was like, "This is a great way."
Well,
to
that's how it was before. Like that's how it looked like inside before.
Oh,
but
so
it wasn't
just
called.
Changed the name.
Yeah, but that is what it was like.
And
just
Vampirina and Mickey Mouse are just in there dancing with you, like kind of cool.
Yeah, it was, and that's why it was just like the Disney Junior dance party.
Oh,
right,
and they had the characters.
Yeah, and that's what it was.
Cool. But look at it's like empty, and I'm like, it's A-seed. You can fucking meet Mickey, and without standing in a fucking line and dance with him. Like it kind of seemed like a cool place to go to.
It really is.
Oh my god, Timon.
Yeah, and like sometimes you'll have like all the. Like,
there's so many characters in there.
Disney Junior. I was just going to say Doc McStuffins. I ran into Doc McStuffins the other day.
McStuffins, who's the other lady back there with the red?
Oh, that was Fancy Nancy.
Yeah.
All the Disney Junior dance shows.
I thought that was... I didn't know if you knew. I guess I assumed you probably knew.
I did know. Yeah. Sometimes Ferris doesn't like to go into those places because it's dark and loud.
Oh, yeah.
And it's very loud in there.
Yeah,
and, like, I get it. It's a dance party, right? Yeah. But, like, even, like... Some of these like mother-son dances they do around here, it's like we didn't even go this year because last year it was so loud.
Yeah.
And he was like, no,
I'm out.
No, right? So like places like that, like they're doing at Legoland too, and it's like a really fun dance party, and like the characters are in there, and you don't have to. But
yeah,
I'm like, I get it.
Yeah,
it is loud.
Yeah, it is loud. I'm sure.
Not like he's not fucking loud, but you know what I mean. It's whatever.
He likes his own loud, not others.
It's different. Look at us. We thought we didn't have anything. It's been 55 minutes.
I guess that's all I got.
Yeah, I don't have that much Disney. I just had I thought the Muppet thing was cool.
Yeah, that was sweet.
Yeah. I thought that was cool. All right. Well, we will be back next week. Watch the 4th season so we can talk about it. Except for we already spoiled it, so I hope you skip past that part. Oh, wait. Good thing you opened that.
Breaking news.
Oh, no. What? Why?
Todd and Julie Chrisley from Chrisley Knows Best officially pardoned by President Donald Trump in bank fraud and tax evasion case. The longtime couple reported to prison in January of 2023 for tax evasion and bank fraud. They've been in 2 separate jails this whole time. She's been in the one in the Panhandle where Maxine Gazelle, what's her fucking name? Delane Maxwell. Whatever. She's been in jail with her the whole time.
I didn't know that. I gotta tell you, I don't really care for them too. I don't keep up with them.
So I was really into Chrisley Knows Best when it first came out. It was fucking hilarious to me.
It seemed douchey.
It's just so funny. It was funny. Like the shit that would come out of his mouth. And it was like that southern, like...
Yeah, I heard him. He was very mean-spirited and douchey.
Yeah. No, you would say... What would he say?
Nothing nice, I'm sure.
He would say some off-the-wall shit, but it was funny. Man, I wish there was like one catchphrase that me and Tracy always used to say of his. I can't remember what it was. But so the other day I saw that like Chrisley Knows Best they're going right back on TV.
Of course.
I saw the other day that Chrisley Knows Best was coming back out, and I thought, how are they going to do that when the parents are still in jail? And here we are. Remember, she was dating the guy whose wife tried to have him killed because she wanted to be with her Bahamian boyfriend?
No.
You don't remember that?
No.
Chrisley, what's the daughter's name? Savannah Chrisley. She was dating, he was a boyfriend that had a hit on by wife. Like he had a murder to hire. Her and her Bahamian boyfriend hired someone to kill the boyfriend.
That's
the husband. Crazy. Savannah Chrisley says she's dating Robert Shriver, whose wife accused of trying to have him killed. Robert Shriver was, what was he? He was somebody. Oh, I really didn't. I thought I would find that out really quick. Yeah, but they they used to take their private plane over to the Bahamas, and like the wife ended up having her own. Oh, he was a former football player whose ex-wife allegedly plotted to murder him.
So she's probably in jail, right?
I think so.
Yeah, that's good.
They're no longer together either. Him and Savannah. But yeah, random.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Is she in jail? Wife in jail. Oh yeah, she was charged.
Yeah, well, I mean, you should be. You absolutely should be.
Oh, but then released on bail.
Oh, well.
Oh yeah, this was in 2025. That's this year. February of 2025, Georgia mom and former beauty queen Lindsay Shriver is reportedly set to be released on jail this week after her arrest in 2023. So it took her that long to come up with bail? I don't fucking know.
It was revoked last year.
Oh, and so then she got bail set. Yeah. Bahamian lover was reportedly expected to be released from Bahamas prison on bail.
Well, I don't think he's going to be allowed to travel.
So, there's that. Now her parents are getting out of jail too, and they're going to have a new show.
That's interesting, I guess.
Are they going to talk about jail? I'm probably going to watch it.
I'm definitely
That's
not.
Some trash TV I'm watching.
Yeah, I'm definitely not watching that. Definitely not watching that.
So, all right. Well, on that note, breaking news. Sometimes we open TikTok or Instagram, and as soon as we fucking stop recording, some crazy shit.
I'm glad you opened it, though, right?
Said. So there's that.
That is wild.
Chrisleys are getting released.
Oh no. Is she okay?
Pregnant Cassie taken to New York City Hospital labor and delivery unit 2 weeks after testifying for Diddy. She was probably pretty due,
Yeah.
right?
Just make
Like
sure
I
it's
feel
not like
like
stress that hurt her or
that's.
something.
I mean, maybe it induced it earlier, but I feel like she was like.
Yeah, she
I
was
don't know
real
when her due
pregnant.
date was, but
She
she
looked
was
real
real
pregnant.
pregnant. Um. So she testified just in time. Now she can enjoy her baby. Oh yeah, Hugh Jackman broke up. Devon Sawa is posting thirst
Oh.
traps.
What is that face?
Devon. That's Stash. I don't know if that's a thirst trap, but
Yeah,
I guess it
I
was
don't know what you're into that you're calling that a thirst trap.
30 years ago today. I was in a movie for like 45 seconds and it changed my life. And he was talking about Ghost.
Casper.
Or Cass. I said Ghost. Casper. I guess everyone was like, I was in love with Devon Sawa, but I did not remember his one little line. And
What? He was at the very end.
I know, but what did he say?
I don't know.
Right, but that's what people were quoting
him.
it like left and right. It was like, "Can I keep you?" or something like
Oh
that.
yeah, I can see him in like his
Yeah,
pirate shirt.
Yeah, I was obsessed.
Yeah,
with him. He was all over my wall. Him and JTT. Yeah, that's all we got. Cassie's in the hospital in the labor unit.
Well, safe
so
deliveries
she's about
for her.
to have a baby.
All right. Well, I guess we're out.
Yeah. On that note, let's go.
All right.
We'll see you next week. Thanks for being here.
Peace out.
K-Town down.